one, that the onus for maintaining this peace is on Pakistan, and two, that terror groups across the border have not been dismantled yet, and therefore India cannot afford to drop its guard. Now, these are two very important things coming out from that statement. And let me start with you, Sushant. In your perspective, what's behind the army chief's continued skepticism as far as Pakistan is concerned, despite 100 days of relative fragile, although fragile, but relative peace on the along the LOC?
Look, I don't think he's skeptical. I think he's being a realist. Anybody who has observed India-Pakistan relations, and General Naravane has been an army officer for the last 40 years. A substantial part of his career has dealt with either Pakistan or China. And clearly, unless he was living in cloud cuckoo land and having these airy fairy dreams, which people occasionally have, people like you and me. If he was being a realist, he would say what he said. We know it for a fact that yes, the Pakistani terror groups have gone under the radar screen, but they haven't been dismantled. They haven't been eliminated. They continue to exist. They continue to function. We know it for a fact that the Pakistanis are still, wanting to fish in troubled waters. We have evidence of it in terms of some of the target killings and other things which are happening in Jammu and Kashmir. But again, it's at a lower level. It hasn't crossed the threshold of tolerance. So all of those factors pretty much remain in place. They might have become low-key, but they are very much in place. So I think, and given the past history of India and Pakistan, where we have this habit of going out of our out of control and doing this puppy jappi diplomacy, which inevitably leads to a stab in the back. I think this time around, at least from the Indian side, there is a greater degree of realism. There is no romanticism about making peace with Pakistan. And I don't see how you can make peace with Pakistan with the current dispensation which is there in Pakistan. So clearly, things like you said, there is a semblance of peace along the line of control, which works well for us, just as it works well for Pakistan. And I would imagine that both sides would be keeping their powder dry. Both sides would be preparing for a time which is not entirely unlikely, where hostilities might start all over again. So if you need some bunkers to be prepared, you need some bunkers to be repaired, you need some other things to be made to beef up your security grids, you would do that. You would hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And I think that's the stage we are in.
This is definitely India-Pakistan are celebrating.
Yes,
this
we can
is
hear you.
definitely 100 days of ceasefire along with the line of control. And a couple of weeks back, I got an opportunity with the Pakistan Army to see the ceasefire at the Lipa Valley in Azad Jammu and Kashmir. So I've been to different line of control sectors, most popular one, Chikoti in the past as well. But particularly after this understanding between Director General of Military Operations of Pakistan and India, Army took the journalists to see what effects are on the civilian population. And I think without going into any controversy or provocative statement of the Indian Army Chief that terror groups are still operating, I think if such statements are continuing from India, then we can see the peace is fragile. I think India should reciprocate with seriousness.